Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about organizing your life, your work, and your money. So today we are going to be diving into my budget. We're going to be doing our monthly budget with me for the month of April. And I am talking a little bit lower than I would normally be talking. It is currently spring break for my kids, and they're off from school. They're right outside of my door. It's early and they are sleeping. So I am going to try and keep it down as much as I can. But this month I am going to be using my older budget planner. This was the very first budget planner that I created, and a lot of you asked me to bring this one back because you like how many lines they have in the debt snowball, in the paycheck budget, and you love the simplicity of this particular budget. So I did bring this one back to the shop. As you can see, there are like 22 lines here instead of my newer version, which has our expenses broken down into sections like by bills, variable expenses, sinking funds, all of that. This one, you just have one big space. So I wanted to show you how I would use this one. So we have the savings tracker, sinking funds tracker, the debt tracker, paycheck budget, and you get like 4 of these, and then it goes into the expense tracker. But as you can see, it's a simpler version of the other one that I have within my shop. Both of them will stay within the shop. One version is the simplified version, which is this one, and the other planner is the detailed budget planner. So you can choose whichever one best suits you. But today we are going to start off with the monthly budget, which is this page here. And I am going to first start by transferring every bill that I have onto my monthly budget page. And then that way I can see everything that needs to be paid. So I have decided the colors that I wanted to use for this month, and I already started highlighting what I need for this first week of April. Now I've already paid a majority of these, but I'm just marking them in. Okay, so I have filled out my calendar for the month, and as you can see, anything that is yellow is the very first week, blue is the second week, pink is the third week, and purple is the fourth week. And then any additional events or things that I have coming up is in green. My anniversary is this month, so I did set a $200 budget for that and put that in green. Everything else is filled out, and as you can see, this payday doesn't have any color, and that's because it's probably going to go toward next month's bills. So for this month's bills, I have the blue, the pink, and the purple. This was already paid the previous month. My months don't run perfectly, mainly because I get paid every single Friday. So sometimes the expenses from the current month are being paid by the very last paycheck in the previous month. The same thing is going to happen here. When I get paid this month, it's going to go toward that next bills. So these bills that are right here for next month will be paid with this payday. Okay, so now that my entire month is filled out, I want to go in with these very first bills that I have here that was paid with my very last payday from last month, and check my bank account and make sure that each one of them was paid. I know I did do my mortgage, but I didn't do as much. I did 500 instead of 700, so I need to make sure that I add that into my balance for the next payday. I did do my donations of $250. I also know that the student loan payment came out. These are automatically paid except for my mortgage, but everything else is pretty much automatic. Netflix also did come out, and then so did my savings. It was automatic as well. So all of these were paid. The only thing that I needed to change was the payment to my mortgage and put that it was $500. And now we are all caught up. So now I'm going to move to my monthly spread and then start to fill that out. Okay, so the projected income is $7,500. Now I'm going to add all of this up to see what extra I can put on a credit card. So I need to see what my balance currently is. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to put half. I'm going to do half on my debt payment. And then the other half I'm going to put into extra savings. And that is going to make my total $7,500. Income and expenses equal. This is the way that I would do it in the simplified planner, because as you can see, it's just one big brain dump. I'm just dropping in all of the expenses I can think of. I'm not breaking it down by variable expenses or bills or savings. It's just all in one area, but it still works. And so I've added in all my numbers, and then as I pay different things, like for instance, I have already done the $250, and I've already done my student loan payment. I'm just going to write them in as they come in and mark them off as paid. And I can also add any additional notes here if I need to. But now we're going to move on to the next page, which is my savings tracker. If you caught me on live yesterday, then I did talk about my organized savings workbook. This is something that I created as an insert for anyone who wants to just save more money and loves to use trackers. So I will link it in the description box below. But if you want to see the full class that we did on trackers and how I use them, then you can watch this linked video here. But in here, I do have different trackers. I believe I want to do the $250 one. So I'm gonna pop that one in here. And this is the one that I want to use for this month. But I am saving currently for my daughter's birthday party, and we're gonna be doing this one in cash. So this will be Alyssa's birthday. And I'm going to add at the top that it's a cash envelope, just to remind myself how I'm saving for it. And when I go to the ATM a little bit later today, I will start on this process. So if you want to see how I color it in every single time I have some extra money, then you can definitely follow me on Instagram. I will link my Instagram here, or on TikTok. I usually will. And then on this side, since this is for Alyssa's birthday, I'm going to use this side for my pool savings. So these two things kind of coincide with one another, because for my daughter's birthday, we are doing a pool party. And so both of them are kind of happening at the same time, where I am saving for her actual party and saving for the pool repair to make sure that it's ready for her party. So I already started this, started saving for this in the month of February. So I'm gonna just mark that off. And then the goal is to be finished by May, which is her birthday. And our goal is to raise $8,000. This is because we're also getting some cosmetic things done to the pool. We need it replastered. We need some additional things done to the equipment. So I know it's going to be a little bit more than just basic repairs. So I want to make sure that I have enough. So I'm going to look up the account to see what's the current balance. The current balance is $4,675. And I need this to be 8. So more than likely, I'm going to end up pulling from another fund, another sinking fund that I have in order to make up for the difference. But I am going to try and save as much as I possibly can before that time, so I don't have to pull, hopefully not the full 4,000. Hopefully I'm only pulling like 2,000. That's the goal. We will see. We will see. But this is going to be my savings setup for the month of April. We are going to be still putting a little bit in long-term savings, a little bit in short-term savings, but the majority of it is going to be going toward these two things. So now let's do the paycheck budget for this week. This is going to be April 7th. Okay, so let's add this up. We're gonna do the payday plus the current bank balance, which is 2560.65. And then we're going to subtract all of the expenses. First is the mortgage, which I have to do 900 this check. Car note minus 540. Credit card is going to be 500. That's an extra payment that I want to pay on this card because I'm just trying to get the balance down. And then we have our cash expenses. So I put them under this green line so that I knew all of these were cash, so that I know how much to take out. So the total of expenses is going to be, I should put the cents so that it adds up. It's going to be the 2560.65, and that leaves income 2560.65 and expenses. That's 0. This is how I set up my budget when I'm using the simplified budget. And then I'll probably use my debt tracker sheet to keep track of this credit card balance. I am paying off, I had to do another repair and I had to put it on my card. So I am just keeping track of how much I have been paying and paying it off as I go. And I know a couple of times you all will ask me about the interest rate on my debt tracking sheet. Like, what do I do when, what do I do about interest when I'm making a payment and I pay off a certain amount? Do I expect, how do I calculate how much that balance is going to be? I don't do that. What I will usually do is write down the date, write down the current balance, write down how much I paid, and then look at my statement and write down the balance from the statement, not from what I think it should be, subtracting the current balance and the amount paid. And that is because of interest. I can't just say that the ending balance is going to be this minus this because of interest. So I will wait until my credit card is updated, and then when I look at the balance, then I will add that here. Current balance is $3,893.90. Okay, and that is it for this budget with me. I hope that this one has helped you all. And let me know in the comments below if you are already done with your April budget. Are you excited to see this budget planner come back? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see you all in my next video. And until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.